in the bottom left near now in the blue. He is for PSISTORM, the best PvPer at MaxPax. His opponent in the bottom left now in the red. He's been looking better and better. It's SKillous. I still cannot believe that SKillous does not have a team. Let's be real here. So my favorite thing about Raynor making the finals of VBT as Protoss and taking down Showtime 2-0, taking down Here Marine 2-1, is the gold tier takes, the bronze tier takes that we see in StarCraft Reddit about it. It's just like, well, it's only because it's Zerg you have to learn to micro or learn to macro, and the other two races you can get away with not macroing, and therefore, if you have an actual Protoss player that macros properly, they're gonna win. I know, right? Not your mom's mom. Well, you talk about coins. I forget. I can't remember whatever 8 pieces of 8 made their way into the balloon. Maybe they would actually have sections on the coin, so you could actually cut it apart. Like it was designed to be sectioned evenly into 8 pieces, which is kind of cool. Oh, I scrolled down to the bottom of the this Reddit thread. Is what we're gonna have to see. So it looks like SKillous, he opens Oracle, MaxPax opens Phoenix. So build order advantage there for MaxPax. He's run across the map with just a bunch of random early game stuff. See if he can get something. But oh man, the Terran balance one at the bottom of this thread is incredible. Oh man, it's incredible. But it's also not all that accurate. Anyway, the Stalker, the Zealot of MaxPax, they're going to find their way onto the other side of the map here, and they're going to say, okay, there's only a single Zealot here, and actually going to be dragged out of the wall. But now the Stalker's out, and of course with the Oracle here, this is going to be a dead Stalker now for MaxPax, unless he's able to just, say, jump on top of the Oracle and kill it off. Normally, you do this on the other side. You find your way in, you get a recall, but now the Oracle is tremendously low, so MaxPax is just going to bleed off all the energy of the shield battery before he does anything, because he has plenty of HP to mess around with. And that is going to be that. So even if the Oracle runs across, I mean, it's going to be damn hard to get anything done. Now the Phoenix runs away. And meanwhile, the Stalker, the Natural, is getting a little bit of damage done on the pylon. But of course, the pylon should never die if SKillous is paying attention, because you can always just heal it up with a shield battery. But more Phoenix arrive now, and a fourth multiplier, Phoenix shield battery again being used. But the Oracle's gonna take this opportunity to most likely run onto the other side of the map. And actually, this is a Stalker that MaxPax can kill, because, well, it's being warped in. Warped in units do not benefit from the shield battery, so MaxPax gets a Stalker right there. Oracle now flying his way onto the other side, but MaxPax has kept 2 Phoenix back at home, so this Oracle should really get negative damage. Maybe like 1 worker. But no, not even that, because shield battery is here, so we're going to see a Stasis Trap. MaxPax, he's pulled his workers immediately to try to deal with that. And Stasis Trap's going to go up, and there's going to be an immediate recall, but the Oracle dies anyways. Stasis Trap gets canceled, so it's not even value. MaxPax, you know, Trigger was not ever this far behind in the early game. Trigger acquitted himself fairly well in the early game, in the game state. Also, we got to remember, of course, this is on Europe now. This is not on NA. So MaxPax does have solid econ. Ooh, that's cool, Matt in the ground. You're saying like, I love when you get sunsets like that, when the clouds are low enough that you just get the whole sky's one color. Now it's when the sky gets green. And that's where it gets scary. That is not recommended. Don't do that one. Okay, MaxPax, Dark Shrine on the way behind this one, because he knows this is a Twilight opener from SKillous. Stargate into Twilight, which means there ain't no detection. Certainly now that the Oracle is dead, maybe eventually we see a Robo go. Oh, never mind, there's the Robo. So SKillous is aware of the opportunity that MaxPax has built for himself. Can't get no detection. That was a horrible attempt at parodying no satisfaction. Anyway, MaxPax, Dark Shrine about halfway done right now. SKillous, he's got a gateway on the other side, looking for something. And of course, because MaxPax has committed to DTs, it doesn't mean that that gas will not be spent elsewhere, but it just means he's not going to have a Robo, which is fine because his opponent has not done anything that necessitates a Robo. Oh, I'm sorry. No, he will have a Robo. My bad. I even looked at the Robo and I said, ah, yes, very clearly we see the Robo right there. No Robo. Well done, Bayo. All right, but now here come a lot of stalkers from SKillous, but there's no detection with this army, so defensive DTs are going to do a wonderful job. MaxPax, he's not going to get his third just yet, though. That does put SKillous at a minor advantage because, of course, while he had his third delayed, it's not canceled. What is that stalker doing? I don't know. He got bugged out, but we're okay. SKillous, though, trying to leverage his stalker lead. He's a 17-8 because MaxPax, of course, does have these 4 stalkers. 3 now. Phoenix. He's 4 Phoenix, 3 now. And that does make life a little bit complicated, but oh, this is the worst timing for MaxPax here. If SKillous was paying attention, which he's not. So now SKillous is reacting as DT's in the main of the natural, killing off a stalker, trying to get as many workers as possible. And there's only one observer right now, so technically SKillous has what he needs, but in actuality, he does not. 6-7 workers will go down. Meanwhile, SKillous, he's posturing on the other side, and the Dark Templar will eventually die. And there we go, SKillous on the other side. But force multiply here from these Phoenix. 3 stalkers just guaranteed dead. Now MaxPax blinking out of his base. He's fought his way out. And now he should be able to eventually get this third base. Now it's going to be going up right as SKillous' third base goes down. But, well, actually, I'm not even going to say MaxPax has that saving grace. His upgrades are slower. It's not like he has more stalkers. It's equal about now, 16 to 17. So it's not like he's a really strong push. I mean, Phoenix are always that nice force multiplier, so you can kind of guarantee a couple stalkers die. But instead, the game just goes later. We're going to see a observer go down. There we go. Thank you, Phoenix. Okay, MaxPax. Robo Bay on the way. We should see a second Robo as this third base does complete. He's getting his forward, so eventually a +1. But really, in every scenario, but having a little bit ahead in army supply and I guess in economy slightly, this is a fantastic game for SKillous. MaxPax doesn't really have much of a lead, but he's going to blink in the main base now, and he's going to find, well, maybe this is going to be something. Ideally, he gets the forge. He denies +1. He gives himself an upgrade advantage instead of his opponent, but he doesn't really get close enough in. Now, he's building himself a decent concave. But if we look at our stalker count here, it is still 21 to 20 for SKillous as he warps in more. MaxPax, oh, he buffs the blink slightly, so another Phoenix dies. MaxPax got to blink out. DT in the third base, finding a little bit more value, and there we go. That's actually got to kill probes as the observer now it arrives as well. So good pull, but still 7 workers go down. Probe, yeah, Citizen's Arrest is nice, but not really nice enough. And now the stalkers of MaxPax, they rotate on over. They find a couple of stalkers that SKillous used to defend. He's going to kill them off. Now, MaxPax will lose his detection, so he can't really punish the detection of SKillous anymore, which is ideally what he was going to look to find. But his third base is now up. He finds himself up 12 workers. He finds himself equal in army supplies. +1 is on the way. SKillous has not started his +2. So a minute ago, I was saying, you know, this game is actually feeling really nice for SKillous. He has just about everything he could want in this game. And a minute later, MaxPax builds every source of advantage. 15 workers ahead, equal in army supply. Upgrades are going to catch up soon enough. And he has disruptors. I don't believe his opponent has a Robo Bay. No, he does not. So SKillous is pure gateway. MaxPax has disruptors. And we were talking about this in the Trigger series and in the, well, yeah, the Trigger series. It's this game state where SKillous now has to use his blinks purely defensively in bulk to make sure he dodges disruptor shots. Whereas MaxPax can blink stalkers individually, so his stalkers will always be more efficient. Okay, DTs arrive once again. More Zealots warp in, but Looks like we do have some detection there. Observer right off screen. Meanwhile, SKillous on the other side. Going to try to find something, but he gets a couple pylons. That's going to be just about it. MaxPax again with the disruptors here. It is difficult for SKillous to really wedge in onto where the army of MaxPax is, but SKillous is warping in a lot of stuff. That is like 3 rounds of Zealous that SKillous has warped in. It is going to be different. MaxPax will be forced to recall to fight this, and no, there we go. So Zealots, 3 of them warp in now, but MaxPax needs more than that one. At least this is going to be enough to buy time, and actually Cannon Shield Battery has a lot to say about that. So with the DT as well, actually these Zealots of SKillous are not really going to be dealt with. I don't think MaxPax is charged though. No, he doesn't. So that's a bit awkward. It does mean that technically, even with everything that MaxPax had going for him, his Stalkers are just not good, but Disruptor Shot goes out. SKillous cannot dive in. The Zealots are kind of being dealt with, but SKillous continues to warp in more, but that means he's not paying attention to the fight at the front base. 15 or a bunch of Stalkers do go down. More Zealots warping in here. Shield Battery Recharge is now done. The Stalkers are going to try to find this Warp Prism. They're going to get it eventually, but not before every single one of them does go down. They got to blink on backwards. More Zealots finding value. And meanwhile, SKillous on the right side, but MaxPax, he's just trading better over the last several minutes. The Zealots will continue to fall. MaxPax has enough Stalkers to deal with this one, and SKillous, because he took that big chunk of Stalkers to the single Disruptor Shot, he can't really do much on the other side. So SKillous now taking the 4th base at the gold. That's not something MaxPax has done. His 4th base is in the upper right side. So that SKillous will find himself some level of economic parity soon enough, because again, he does have that gold base. But for now, MaxPax is the one getting aggressive, sitting on, I think that's 5 Disruptors? 7, yeah. 7 Disruptors is, of course, that critical mass of never not having a Disruptor Shot, of always having a Disruptor Shot, so you can just continuously zone. It makes it really hard for SKillous to fight. But now the Stalkers come piling down the ramp, and it is suddenly a 32 army supply lead for MaxPax here. And yeah, his upgrades are not as good, but Disruptors make up for a lot of that one. As we're going to see the shield batteries, they go down. Hey, thank you for those Pulse Novas. And that's just a big shot. Oh, no, SKillous. He didn't have Blink on cooldown, or he was not paying attention. One of the two, but the splits were not good. Here we go, though. Split. Blank on the backside, but the Disruptors, they're going to be kept alive. They're a little bit exposed right now, but MaxPax just blinks on top of things. Another Warp Prism doesn't go down. The Zealot flank does nothing. MaxPax using his Stalkers as a force field. And MaxPax, he goes up 1. In the bottom left now, in the blue, he's up 1 game of the series. Folks, put your hands together. It's MaxPax. In the upper right, in the red, he's down 1 game, but he had advantages in the mid game. Like, he's got a shot here. He is SKillous. All right, so what happens here? We see SKillous double gate expand, MaxPax doing his MaxPax thing. Single gate expand on the high ground. We're gonna see a Stargate pop out of this. And remember, this is something that only MaxPax is doing. We haven't seen other Protoss players adopt this just yet. All right, so there we go. There's the Stargate for MaxPax. This is SKillous. We've seen some players attempt to pressure this with just the first couple of Stalkers, but it never really works out all that well because, yes, you have 2 Stalkers faster, but by the time you run all the way, especially over a map like Glittering Ashes, the second Stalker's out for MaxPax anyways, and you're going to be fine for the most part. The worst though is, where does Max... I mean, this is most likely going to be for an Oracle, because SKillous has not gone for the single gate expand thing. He's not opting into Phoenix Meme Wars. And that now does mean that MaxPax, well, he's just going to be ahead. There's a reason that MaxPax is so good in this matchup, or was so good in the previous patch. It really is, because he was excellent. He is still excellent at finding advantages, at finding those spots, at just building himself economic leads through this quicker expand build. So it really became a point where you either agree to play a late game against MaxPax, mid to late game against MaxPax, and that doesn't feel like from behind, and that doesn't feel all that great, or you all in. And that also doesn't feel all that great because MaxPax was incredible at defending these. And look at this. We got SKillous. He's going to get aggressive in this game number 2. It's a three gate. Because, well, the interesting thing is it's not going to be a third gateway on the map, which is normally what you see for a 3 gate like this. It's just going to be a pylon right here for slow warp-ins. But we're going to have to see whether MaxPax can defend. He's got a void. He knows what's happening. His Oracle is in the main base here. He's going to find value there. But of course, with the shield battery, it's kind of hard to kill more than that. Stalker's going to actually do a lot of damage to this Oracle, so MaxPax does not get what he's looking for. Meanwhile, Stalker's already on the other side of the map, but it's 4 Stalkers to 2, which does win for for SKillous, but shield battery does a decent enough job for that one. More Stalkers warping in though, and 4 gate blink actually coming in from SKillous. That's pretty cool. This is heavily all in though, is what we do have to remember here. But the fun thing about this one actually is, while the point of this early game is pressure, right? You do want to make that happen. Theoretically, you're going to warp into Sentry eventually. You're going to be able to blink in the high ground. You're going to avoid where all the static defense is, and that is where you truly break really truly break the defensive Protoss. Meanwhile, Stay Strapped doesn't get all that much. The Skillous pulls back, he's going to be fine. And also, Skillous has to be careful. He wants to make sure he can get up to the point where he does have 1-tap potential on the Void. But MaxPax already transitioning out of this. The 1 Void Ray defensively is all that he will go for. And this has been his new way to make the defense happen. So now it's going to be Mortals on the way. We see extra pylons in the main base as well. We're going to see 1 Stalker go down as Skillous takes that, blinks back. And with Blink being done, 4 gate done, I really do expect to see a Sentry. We're going to have to see how Skillous looks to play this, because his supply, it's still not bad. It's 14 Stalkers to 6. The Oracle is on the other side, but really not doing all that much. Now Stalkers find their way in. A couple War Workers will fall, but he's just putting his pressure on the Nexus right now. Eventually just trying to force MaxPax to fight. And he's going to get another Stalker for his troubles. Now another Stalker runs forward, triggers the Hardened Shield, which is big. It does mean that technically Skillous can jump on top of this and kill it off now. Or at least target it down maybe from the edge and do hull damage to it. But now another Stasis Trap goes down. Another time, Skillous is on top of things. The Stalker is on the other side. They actually are getting hull damage done. Now that doesn't really matter, of course, because, well, shield batteries are a thing. But we're going to see the Void Ray die now. And a Void Ray down, that's half of the solid defensive force that Skillous is looking to take care of. And there's the Sentry. That's what you're looking for. The hallucination into the main is the end goal here, but we're gonna have to see when exactly Skillous decides to go for it. He could also just Guardian Shield if he thinks he can take the fight in the front. Another Hardened Shield does get popped as the Nexus of MaxPax is getting incredibly low here, but we're almost at 3 Immortals. That is a lot of anti-Stalker defense that MaxPax has for himself here. But so again, the Stalkers run forward, trying to force a shield battery overcharge to keep the Nexus alive. But okay, so 3rd Immortal hits the field now. Again, Skillous runs forward. He's just going to get the next shield battery overcharge. Okay, there we go. It does get popped. He's going to heal this Nexus pretty much up to full, but that means shield battery overcharge is not there. It does mean that Skillous is going to have a pretty nice time blinking into the main base, but he doesn't really want it to yet. And there's the Stasis MaxPax has been looking for. He's going to shut down every little bit of mining in the main base. But okay, there's the blink into the main base. There's the hallucination into the main base. Meanwhile, Adepts into the natural. Yeah, Skillous is not mining, and he's actually going to be forced to blink out, but he does get the Robo. So it does mean now that the 3 really wait, no, there is a 2nd Sentry. So now MaxPax is forced in the main base here. Depths are going to shade on through, but this is going to be a dead natural base here. 4 probes have died. MaxPax, he's still in a worker lead though, and his army is still powerful. So losing the Nexus is the start of what Skillous has to get done, because remember, Skillous, he was not mining. He was not mining at all for quite a while. He just, I mean, I guess he was mining a little bit of probes, but really not all that much. But this is the part of the game where it gets extremely complicated for MaxPax, because he has to defend 2 positions, and he's always worried that he's going to get force fielded out of the wrong one. As here come the Stalkers once again. But MaxPax does have vision to them, at least with this probe patrol. So really, it's when the hallucination arrived that the things get complicated. Of course, also, MaxPax is going to try to posture his Stalkers a little bit so they can knock down the hallucination before anything happens. And oh, wait, no, there's the blink in the main base. Not even hallucination needed. Not blinking in the main base, actually. But here comes the force field. MaxPax He's a little scared with these Stalkers here, and he will lose the natural once again. But remember, SKillous is still on one base, so it doesn't really matter that MaxPax loses his natural. I know it's a defensive position, sure, but MaxPax is actually not mining anymore. He's down to 23 workers. His army is okay. If it can take a straight up fight, it's okay. But I think that's going to be the last. There's maybe one more force field, and MaxPax losing his entire defensive emplacement on the low ground. But now MaxPax finds his way down. Good force field. One Immortal gets triggered off, and now there's no shield battery overcharge. But Immortals, they're still firing. MaxPax still keeps his alive. More Stalkers continue to fall, and MaxPax, again, not losing any Immortals. That is the biggest of deals. And now the Stalkers, they rotate on over, but they don't have hallucination just yet. A lot of energy was used on these sentries. MaxPax trying to take the fight here, and good force fields here to start. One Immortal does fall. But more Adepts warp in. This pressure from SKillous is unrelenting in this game. He's making it so damn hard for MaxPax to do what he wants to do. But okay, here come the Adepts, and again, MaxPax, how do you split your army? You got to make sure you don't take more economic damage, but also force fields are terrifying things. The Adepts in the main base, they're actually not going to get a whole lot. It looks like maybe going to try to target the sentry down, but MaxPax on top of that one. It's only 3 Stalkers. MaxPax, he splits his army perfectly. Not all that worried, but oh, this is a dead natural now. There are... Actually, no, sentries are out of position. MaxPax, he can take this fight after all, but the Nexus is dead anyways. It's forced to get canceled. MaxPax, for the 3rd time this game, but still the stasis. It gets every single Stalker in the main. It gets almost every probe. And MaxPax is a lot happier. He's a much happier boy. Look at the economic lead. It is peaking now, once again, pretty heavily in MaxPax's favor. And remember, MaxPax has not traded more efficiently because he's lost 3 Nexus now. As the Oracle does finally go down. Looks like MaxPax a bit of an F2 moment. But a 3rd Immortal has joined the fray once again. He's he's at 1 tap on the Stalkers with the Immortals right now, but Adepts not into the main base because there's a wall now. The Stalkers are here to defend, so this Adept is not even going to kill one of the probes that exists. It's now the Immortals they run on forward. Blink is still a powerful thing. But MaxPax, because he's been able to take this position outside of his natural will complete. SKillous, of course, though, behind this, despite having these ego spikes where the Oracle gets so much done by the stasis. Well, SKillous finds himself up 8 workers. His natural has been done a lot longer than the most recent iteration of MaxPax's natural is. So while MaxPax has this incredibly powerful, beefy army, MaxPax's economy is not really where it was for the majority of this game. I mean, look at that spike. 700 resources in the lead right now. It's far more. Well, actually, no, MaxPax got 1,000, so we can't even talk about it all that much. But MaxPax truly cannot move out on the map, cannot really do too much in this game until his blink is done. It's just the mobility that SKillous has makes it just really hard for MaxPax to do anything. Looks like Mixu and Wrecker are in game 3 now. They're 12 minutes in. They're just playing late game PvP all over the place. So we're going to get the quarterfinals and the semifinals and beyond. That's fun. The MaxPax now finally does he break his way out. Good force fields just scare SKillous back home. So the gateway goes down, the pylon goes down. And SKillous does find himself supply blocked a little bit, which will give MaxPax time theoretically to go and build up that worker count a little bit more because he's down 9. Now, my question is does that even matter? MaxPax is almost mining efficiently off the natural. So he's kind of okay. In fact, it looks like he has a half a mind to get aggressive here. Blink is going to be done really by the time he runs onto the other side of the map. He's adding in 2 additional sentries for a grand total of 4 and a warp prism as well. So it seems like MaxPax thinks that he has enough to make something happen. Now, 5 Stalkers, though, they're going to blink into the main base. Thank you, Hallucination. They're going to look for as much probe damage as possible. They're also going to see that the warp prism is there, and MaxPax defensively puts a bunch of Stalkers in the main base, so he's going to be able to deal with the Hallucination. But only 4 workers do go down, and at this point, 4 workers, does it really matter when MaxPax is he's going across the map? He's going to try to kill the 3rd? It might. But Blink is now done. Here comes the army of MaxPax. And it's going to be 3 disruptors for SKillous. So MaxPax had a tech lead for quite a while. But you add these disruptors and it does get intensely complicated. Certainly, MaxPax doesn't even have a Stalker lead, but he's got a great concave here. SKillous does not want to take the fight right now. And MaxPax up the ramp. The Immortals are not there yet, so it's just Stalkers. MaxPax is trying to find something. He does not. I think he saw the disruptors, actually. So he knows how carefully he's got to play this. In fact, he knows that he cannot win this fight. He cannot break his opponent right now. 3rd base on the way, Robo Bay as well. He's transitioning into the late game, or later into this game but he's down 16 workers, 15 workers. It is a uncomfortable position for MaxPax to play into. And it's one that if he wants to actually make something happen, he's going to have to go much later into this game. For now, he's going to blink forward, he's going to start blinking, knock down his Zealot. But I give you this graph, folks. The economy's in a really bad spot, but now MaxPax is going to run forward, and he's just poking. And he will lose a Stalker for his troubles. He wants to get... Oh, good force fields. 3 Stalkers go down in the blink of an eye. That is actually a fantastic little trade there for MaxPax, as he's showing, hey, look, I have a Colossus. I mean, he doesn't, and I don't think that SKillous is going to buy that one either, but hey, you know, hallucinated Colossus with the army, it's something. More disruptors, or actually the first set of disruptors are on the way for MaxPax. And of course, once we get to 7, we're kind of happy. Once you get to 7, you're okay, because of course you can, at that point, you're kind of constantly sending disruptor shots out. But really, it is a name of the more the merrier. SKillous taking advantage of his economic position to get observer speed as well, so he can always see where the disruptors of MaxPax are. Oh, this is not a good spot for MaxPax. Good force fields to start, though. He's going to kill a Stalker. But yeah, 3 Stalkers for MaxPax will die in the exchange. Actually, make it 4, make it 5, because MaxPax, a little bit of his army out of position on the right side. But disruptors are a part of this game now. It's not really easy for either player to break their opponent at this point. Meanwhile, MaxPax, what was that? Adept find their way into the natural. 3 workers will go down, make it just 3. Adept will not shade out. But okay, here comes the army of SKillous on through the middle of the map here. Disruptor shot again. MaxPax blinks out of it. There's the third. MaxPax is not going to play bowling. Oh, wait, never mind. He does. That is a lot of disruptors going down for SKillous. Make it... Oh, we don't have it. There was 3 disruptors going down. That, I think that that does equalize the disruptor count. MaxPax, yeah, he doesn't have gravitic boosters. He does not have observer speed, but he does have other things. Big deal, of course, though, is SKillous does have a 4th base, but considering the economics... Oh, wait, Stalkers. They're going to blink forward. Yep, there we go. 1 disruptor goes down. He's going to get 2. He's going to get all 3 of them, but on the right side, that's also not going to get much of anything. The flanking disruptor, not really there. MaxPax taking a fantastic fight there in the middle of the map, and now he is the one pretty safely with a disruptor lead. It's 6-3, and yeah, it's hard for MaxPax to take his 4th base, but he should be able to get his 4th base off this. Off having this disruptor lead, it's going to be damn hard for SKillous to press in anymore. So MaxPax 4th base on the way, as of course SKillous gets his 5th, but DT is warping in now, and MaxPax is going to try to cut down that economic lead that SKillous has been enjoying for the last while. Thank you, Double L Salty. That's not even one I intentionally did. It's just entered my, I don't know, my habits at this point. But okay, that War Prism just goes down. That's a bit of a mistake there for MaxPax. Does he get any more disruptors, though? Does he see this? Okay, he kind of sees it. He's going to send out his zoning disruptor, but he had a shot there. He just blinked on top, killed more disruptors. But even still, MaxPax wedges his way on the north side. Northwest. Okay, the DT here of MaxPax, it gets a little bit of damage, but really not all that much. And there we go. We'll go down. So the first reveal of the DTs, kind of subpar, but MaxPax does have his +2 on the way. He does have DT blink on the way. He's down in economy, sure. And he's down in resources lost as well. But he's making a game of this one. Despite how far down he's been, it is impressive what he's been able to do. But he has to be careful. I mean, again, a single disruptor shot just changed the game significantly, but he's going to be able to blink on out. I don't think this is going to be one of those games that we saw earlier where it's like, oh, random disruptors. I just lost my entire army, but doesn't matter. I mean, that's kind of what Nina was doing to Maples, but I think there's going to be this one's going to be a little bit less of a problem. Ooh, MaxPax kind of caught out here, big disruptor shots. And oh, wait, all but 2 disruptors do go down, Immortals as well, and really not much of a trade either. So we're talking about how, well, MaxPax, I don't know that that's going to happen. He just happened right there. He got caught out in the choke. He got caught in that death zone that we see so often happen in Glittering Ashes. And meanwhile, there's a run by from SKillous of DTs onto this 4th base. SKillous trying to find his way in. But a flanking disruptor here. MaxPax blinks in. He gets 1. He gets 2. He's going to get 3. He's going to get 4 even. But all the disruptors of MaxPax going down here as well. MaxPax, though, his +2 is not yet done here. And this army is just not big enough without the disruptors. Even with Guardian Shield, even with Immortals. MaxPax now falling below 100 supply. And SKillous ties the series up. We're going to game 3. In the bottom left now in the blue. Tied up in the series. He made a great run of it in game 2, but he eventually did lose. He is MaxPax. On the northeast side of the map here in the red, folks. He's teamless. Someone sign him. It's SKillous. All right, so I'm also keeping an eye on the it looks like Mixu's about to win game 3 against Rockers, so that should be then Mixu versus Beyond into a Mixu versus Geralt, I think, into Beyond. Oh god, the tournament's been chugging along all kinds of nicely, and then just the north side late game PvZ all over the place. That being said, it's not, I don't think it's that Mixu was opting in a late game so much as Rocker was forcing it there. Because the new Protoss style, I will watch that all day long. That is actually really fun to watch. It's just when it gets late game. It's just turtle into late is not fun. But for now, again, SKillous, he's a little bit cheeky in this game. We got a pylon up right there. Double gate opening. So this is just going to be a quick 3 gate coming out of SKillous. And, well, we're going to have to see how well MaxPax is prepared. So we're going to see that. Oh. Ooh. Void Ray Rush. Okay. 2 gate expand into a Void Ray Rush. That's actually really interesting. Yeah, with shield batteries on the way, it cannot be anything else. Hey, Sentinelli, thank you so much for the follow. Folks, we're now 12 followers away from hitting 2,000. Which is kind of insane. Anyway, MaxPax is going to see that there is a zealot on the map. Does he scout what is happening? Yeah, he absolutely does now. So he's going to say, okay, excuse me. Well, what the fuck? That is the words coming out of his mouth right now, because no one does this anymore. It is a the base structure, or the building shape of SKillous right now. It kind of looks like one of those Aztec weapons, which is, it has a haft, it's just a big stone ball on there, and it's like a mace. I kind of looked like that for a second, because we got the Stargate to the ball, and the pylons and the shield batteries are the shaft. But MaxPX, of course, he has opened Stargate as well. His Void Ray is a little bit slower, but he does have shield batteries a little bit more in close. And this is actually, I've totally forgotten how this one works, but shield battery is doing a great job for right now. The Stalker's not really going down, but now it is. The Zealot dies as well, and shield battery overcharge is popped a little bit too late. In fact, well, the Void Ray is just going to kill it, but now actually, wait, prismatic alignment in favor now of MaxPax. Shield battery overcharge actually does still stay alive. The shield batteries, in fact, in general, they stay alive. So what we're looking at right here is technically MaxPax wants to take a fight where his Void Rays have prismatic alignment and his opponents do not, because then he snaps them down, he wins the fight. But that's really hard to make happen. Okay, prismatic alignment does get popped here. It is 1 versus 1 right now. Second Void Ray does arrive, though, and with the superior shield battery defense, because of course MaxPax, he's got a little bit more energy right here. Oh, that's a scary pylon, though. MaxPax, though, prismatic alignment, trying to knock the Void Rays down. Oh, skills overcommits, but still MaxPax. Oh, wait, no, he's going to get it. Oh, there we go. 1 Void Ray does fall, and this is almost game. I know that sounds crazy. That sounds like I'm calling it a little bit too soon, but the whole point is you're just trying to outmass your opponent's Void Rays, because Void Rays are really all that matters. And because MaxPax is 2 to 1, and they're both making 1 at a time, the Stalkers may make a bit of a difference. But MaxPax, of course, he's building more shield batteries, and he has to overcharge. So the next fight he takes, he'll be overcharged as well, which again just makes it even easier for him, as now the Void Rays, they kite on backwards. But the 3 Void Rays to 2, MaxPax actually turns on prismatic alignment on all 3. I think you want to stagger those, but who am I to say no to MaxPax? Still, though, SKillous is going to have a scary fight in a second where his Void Rays have prismatic alignment. MaxPax will not, but I guess MaxPax thinking, under the assumption that his shield battery overcharge will be able to keep him alive, as that exposed pylon does go down, but there's still 2 more there, and still plenty more shield batteries, so MaxPax is a lot of healing. The scary thing right now is the Stalkers of SKillous. Really, the 6-7 Stalkers that was more warp in, they can equalize this Void Ray disadvantage. Because of course SKillous is on 3 gateways, MaxPax is on 2. And MaxPax is starting to lose some of that stack defense on the outskirts of where he wants to be. But he had 4 voids, and that is still a powerful, powerful thing. More and more shield batteries are going down. Eventually, MaxPax will have to take a fight. But it's always hard to commit. Prismatic alignment now popped on both sides. Shield battery overcharge here, though the Void Rays are just going down so low. 1, 2, 3. They're all dead from SKillous. MaxPax still has 2 alive as he micros on backwards. The Stalkers fall. And MaxPax very happy about that one, but he's running out of shield battery overcharge. Granted, there's still plenty of energy on the backside of this as Stalkers now run forward, trying to knock a pylon down. But we got to remember, while MaxPax does have the Void Ray lead again, in fact, he's going to have a 3rd rather soon, 2nd. That 1 Void Ray was rather low. And in fact, it looks like SKillous has given up on the Void Ray idea. It's now 11 Stalkers to 1. And the second level of why this gets terrifying is when SKillous has critical mass to 1-shot Void Rays. Then it becomes, again, much harder for MaxPax to make something happen. And in general, there's a reason why we see MaxPax, he's going robo-holes for stuff like this instead of Void Rays, but he couldn't do that because, of course, his opponent has gone... Well, he went Void Rays, so Stalkers against Voids are just never good. And of course, the cannons are really not in the best spot. So now SKillous, he commits here. A Void Ray, Prismatic alignment is again going to get popped, but it does finish. And I think we have another shield battery overcharge coming up rather soon. So with 3 Void Rays now, with at least something on the ground, shield battery, or excuse me, Warp Prism also done. Robo on the way because MaxPax has realized that SKillous has transitioned. Eventually, MaxPax is going to be happy, but for right now, his Nexus is getting really damn low. And once the shield battery overcharge is done, I don't think MaxPax is going to be able to hold it anymore. We're going to have to see. Yeah, this Nexus is dead. Well, I mean, it's taken a while, but this Nexus should go down, and then the shield batteries are less powerful. But MaxPax, okay, this is fancy. He's adding an Oracle in now, which means he's going to be able to run across the map with this. That's the goal. And then you say, oh, maybe SKillous, you're building yourself an economic lead. Doesn't really matter. My Oracle is going to shut everything down. Reason the main base, he says, yeah, there's no shield battery. There are no Stalkers. So either he forces a recall, and that's nice for him because it means he's able to knock down all the stuff that SKillous has built on his side of the map, or he evaporates the mineral line, and then SKillous is even more all in than he already is. And SKillous is honestly less all in than he otherwise would be because, hey, you know what? Oh, actually, great recall there from SKillous. He does not recall everything. He keeps most of his Stalkers there, and that actually was the optimal move. But still, 8 probes do go down. SKillous only on 19. MaxPax does count that there's a natural on the way, even still. But we have 1 Immortal out. 2nd one is on the way. A 3rd gateway getting added here. So eventually, MaxPax will be able to match the production of what SKillous has. Okay, but the Void Rays now, MaxPax realizing that SKillous is not going to break this high ground position. So MaxPax instead sending his Void Rays onto the other side of the map where he can fight these Stalkers. There is no shield battery. So he's the one that is instead going to have the superior trade in that engagement. He knows recall is not available. That was just spent. So we're going to have to see how much damage MaxPax is going to be able to get done. If he goes and he depowers 2 gateways, that is already going to be fantastic as MaxPax has a probe on the map as well. So a base on the left side is going to really help him out here. SKillous thinks this is a 1-base Protoss, but okay, here come the Voids. Prismatic alignment just popped, so SKillous is not allowed to mine out of this base anymore. Oracle comes flying in as well, and this is going to be a lot of dead probes here. Another Stalker warps in, of course, but it just cannot take that fight, so SKillous is not mining whatsoever. He's running all of his Stalkers back home, but this is the moment that MaxPax was looking for. This is what he's been fighting for, and to try to alleviate that pressure. 4 probes have died. We're going to see pylons go down. And this buys MaxPax time. This buys MaxPax opportunity. He can now break his way out of his opponent's base. And that is going to be two of SKillous' 3 gates are depowered. That's a bit of a scary thing. Well, actually, they're going to be depowered in just a second. There we go. Now, that's actually great force field. So Immortal, it's going to have to... Oh, it's going to be able to get out anyways. And now the Stalkers of MaxPax are starting to fall. Void Ray is actually taking positive trades. SKillous actually has no production. He has 3 gateways. Well, now he has 2 gateways. But none of them can produce anymore, so it's just all about the Stalkers on the map. MaxPax has built himself a 20 army supply lead, and this actually makes us do it, folks. MaxPax, with the Void Rays on the other side, they forced everything to go wrong there for SKillous, and now MaxPax is up a couple workers. Oracle and the Natural continues to find more. Oracle's still staying alive. The Void Rays, they can get more. There's only one gateway for SKillous. It is he's got Stalkers. That's about it. I mean, the Stalker lead is not enough here, although losing the Void is unfortunate. I mean, at this point, the Voids have done absolutely what they need to do. Okay, well, this Observer will go down for SKillous. I guess adding an insult. Oh, nope. MaxPax, thank you. I guess adding insult to injury, but MaxPax in the last 5 minutes, or last really 2 minutes, has done so much to pull himself out. This is, I wish we had the home story cup mod here, because, man, I would love to see how the resources lost gap just increased over the last couple minutes, because the home story cup mod has resources lost as a graph, which is really cool. It allows you to go and see where players pull ahead, and also it's a great way, because it also has resources a gathered graph. It's a great way to measure, well, how much the resources lost actually matters. But okay, MaxPax on the other side of the map now. He's got a 10 supply lead. 3 mortals are a lot, and you gotta be careful though, because of course they're shield batteries, they're sentries. It's kind of hard to bust through. MaxPax, at the very least, he's pressuring here. He does not want SKillous to feel comfortable in this game. There we go. Good force fields here to start. He's going to pick off 1 Stalker, 1 Sentry, but that's going to be about it for now. Now the Immortals going forward. Oh, those are actually fantastic force fields. And yes, the Void Ray does fall. Immortals got to be a little bit careful, but of course, MaxPax is a Warp Prism, so he's going to be able to micro his way out of that one. SKillous now, he's just building. He built a Stargate at home. Interesting. He had a Phoenix on the way, but a Void Ray is on the way defensively as more Stalkers warp in, but SKillous will finally scout that. Oh, MaxPax has a that doesn't feel good. MaxPax has a natural. Then force fields though, again, they're gonna be nice. Immortals though, shelling away 3 to 1 is a big deal. Shield batteries though, they're doing a nice job for right now, but MaxPax's micro is impeccable. It finds himself up 10 army supply. Immortals, they're still firing strong. The army of SKillous is just falling here in MaxPax. It was close, it was tight. SKillous gave a great run of it, but MaxPax showing us why he has absolutely, uncontestably, the best PvP in Europe, and he takes the series 2 to 1.